Hello, my name is Delaney Tetson. I am the engagement chair for the Student Alumni Society, and this is the second edition of our Crimson Crew Conversations video series. This is my second guest. You can introduce yourself.
Hi, my name's Jami Walsh, class of 97, bachelor's 99, civil engineering and environmental engineering.
Awesome. So my first question is, how did you get back involved with WPI as a graduate?
So when I first graduated, I really didn't stop being involved. I went from being part of SAS and on the gift committee for my class to being a teaching assistant at the school for my master's degree. And at that time, I was lucky enough that somebody in the class of 96 was just restarting Gold. So I jumped right into Gold in 97 when I graduated. I took over Gold, I think it was in, I want to say 99, and I chaired that until 2007.
Wow.
So, because no one wanted to step up, so we just kind of kept it running, and yeah, so it was great. I went right into that. I was also an admissions ambassador during that time because I'd been a tour guide on campus. So I did college fairs for the school my first 10 years out. And what else? At that time we had a mentor program. It was I actually think it might have been the second iteration of WIN, but it was the Women Industry Network.
Mm-hmm.
So we would come on campus basically like once a term, have dinner with female students on campus and kind of just network with the kids.
Oh, that's awesome.
So yeah, so that ran for I think 3 or 4 years. So I did that as well. And then, so the getting back involved, if you will, was after Gold, when you kind of fall into that little, I always joke, I'm no longer Gold, I'm just old. So once you hit that point, it's kind of like you almost fall into this little crevice of where do I go? Because I was so involved in Gold and doing that stuff. Your career is kind of at that point where you're taking off. A lot of your friends are married, having kids, and everything gets busy.
Yeah.
So my Rachel Delisle, who I knew because she was a year ahead of me at WPI, she reached out when they were starting up the Women of WPI 4 years ago, and they were looking for steering committee members. So Rachel pulled me into that, and it's been fabulous. So that's really how I got re-involved. But yeah, I was there throughout the whole thing, planning reunions and everything when I was just out of WPI.
That's awesome. I hope to be that involved when I graduate.
Well, I live locally too, so that helps.
Oh, yeah, I live in Maryland, so it's a little harder, but I'll make it work.
There you go.
Okay. My second question is, as a member of SAS, the Keepers of Traditions on campus, I'd love to know what your favorite WPI tradition is.
So I thought about this a lot because I think you guys now do such a better job with traditions than we did when I was there. So I was looking at your traditions, and your list of them is what you guys come up with, and you had Quad Fest, which is fun because my freshman year was only its second year of existence.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, that doesn't feel like a tradition. So it's funny that you guys have it listed. But I'm going to go with actually the Goat's Head rivalry. And I think that holds such a near and dear place to me because, again, I feel like I'm talking about all the things we started, but the class of 96 was actually like super like rah-rah, get everybody involved, and they were so great. They're the ones that actually got the Goat's Head rivalry back started.
Mm-hmm.
So I just have these fond memories of trying to steal the Goat's Head, and then when my class got it through the events, we won the events and got possession of it. I took it home with me, and I had it for like 2 weeks, and we took pictures of it like in the bathtub, made it into a roast. I carried it around campus. It was like its little horn sticking out of my backpack because it had to be on campus so much, whatever percentage of the time.
Yeah.
So that to me, that was just such a fun experience. And like, yeah, so that's what I'm going to go with for the tradition is the Goat's Head rivalry. It was so fun, and I hope you guys just can get that joy when
Yeah,
you're on campus with it.
that's awesome. That's probably one of my favorite traditions too, because that was my first event that I ran was a goat's head competition. I did cage ball pennant rush during Traditions Week my
Yep.
freshman year, so that's like a good memory of mine. So yeah,
Yeah, that's awesome.
yeah. So that's a good tradition to pick. Okay. Well, that's all the questions I have. So thank you so much for answering them.
Oh, you're welcome.
And I hope you,
Thanks for asking.
oh, of course. Have a good evening.
You too. Bye.